Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be continuing our free-to-play series. This video is going to be a post commentary. I've had this video filmed for about a week now and I was planning on uploading it, but because of everything that happened with my car, to both cars, to be quite frank, the one getting broken into and the one where the battery died, I just have been so preoccupied. But I am putting the video out now, currently post commentating, and I should be able to this weekend get back to kind of a more normal uploading regiment. I'm hoping to actually live record a few videos. The new season just started, and with that being said, in the bottom left corner you'll see me opening all of my star drops from the end of the season, so I didn't actually do a single video for it while I opened them. I just decided I would put them at the end of this video, have kind of a clean slate, no more backlogged videos, and start the season new. So I do want to make a video about Finks, and there's actually a new brawler that I haven't played with, or I think it just came out for everybody that you don't have to pay for now. You can get it with credits. I don't remember their name, but I think that is also out at the start of this season, so I'll be gunning for that as soon as possible. Aside from that, not much else to say. Let's talk about what we are doing in the free-to-play video. So you know I always use new brawlers when I make free-to-play episodes. So today I'm using Piper and I am using Byron. Two long-range brawlers. First I'm using Piper. So she is a sniper. She deals a ton of damage, has very little HP, and what's unique about her attack is that the closer you are to an enemy, the less damage you'll do. So ideally, you are as far away from enemies as possible in order to get the most amount of damage. You'll see in the clips, the closer enemies are to me, the less damage I'm doing. So here, I'm doing about 3,000 damage per long-range hit, and then the closer they get, I'm doing about 2,500, and it gets less and less the closer enemies are. So you need to try and keep your distance, and most of the time you will do that because she has little HP, so if you're close to someone, they're definitely going to kill you. That's about it for her main attack. She's a sniper, so there is a bit of a skill requirement to play her. If you aren't great at aiming and you always auto-aim, you're going to miss most of your shots. You're not going to be great at her, so you got to get good at aiming your shots. Her super, she jumps in the air, throws down 4 bombs. She goes in the direction you place her, so she can get out of a tight situation. And the bombs just explode around her, destroy debris, knock back enemies. Pretty standard get-out-of-jail-free card. So I like her super quite a bit. She's a strong brawler. A little difficult to use at times, not really optimal for a lot of game modes, but for knockout and stuff like that, she's pretty solid. A lot of people do use her, but you do need to be fairly good at her for her to be usable in a lot of game modes. Secondly, we're using Byron. He is another long-range brawler, but unlike Piper, he does the same amount of damage every shot at any distance. He does less damage, but he does damage over time. So if you, say, hit an enemy with 3 of your shots, I think each of them will tick 3 times for the same amount of damage. So in this, I think he's doing about 640 damage, so it'll multiply that by 3, so a little over 1,900 damage, say. Another thing about Byron's main attack is that he actually can heal your teammates. So it does the same amount of HP healing as it does damage, and the same amount of ticks. So if on an enemy it ticks 3 times and deals 3 ticks of damage, it'll do the same on your ally for healing. The annoying thing is, he is more of a support brawler, but if you are trying to ever hit an enemy without his star power that allows his shot to go through brawlers, you are going to be hitting your teammates a lot, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but sometimes it gets annoying. I had a challenge where I needed 15 kills with him, and I played gem grab, and my teammates kept running in front of me because he's another brawler with pretty low HP that you don't really want to be close to enemies, so you have to be at a distance. But if you're at a distance and your teammates are in front of you fighting the enemies, you are going to be hitting your teammates more often than you are hitting your enemies. So that's a little frustrating. So for him, having the gadget that allows you to heal yourself and the star power that allows you to shoot through brawlers is pretty important, because it's tough sometimes to actually get through some of these challenges if you're not playing a solo mode. Well, the only solo mode is like showdown or duels, but yeah, he's one of my favorite brawlers, honestly. Like, in terms of snipers, I feel like my aim with him is the best, even though the aim is pretty much all the same, right? I feel like I just play so well with him. I really like his gameplay. I like his mechanics. I like that he's can be a combination of support and attack, because if you hit an enemy with 2 or 3 shots and each one is dealing 800 per tick. I don't know what he does at level 11, but 800 per tick. There's 3 per thing, so it's 2400 a shot, really, if you think about it. And you hit an enemy with 2 or 3 of those, you're dealing upwards of 7,000 damage. So he's very strong, and the healing is a great asset to have, because then you don't need to have like a Poco or something on your team. He does kind of everything, and I really like it. His super does the same thing. It damages enemies as well as heals teammates, and it's kind of like a barley potion that doesn't linger on the ground. So if you want to splash heal your team, you can do that, and if you want to splash damage the enemies, or if you're in a really close range fight, you can do both, damage enemies and heal your teammates. It's not really, it doesn't, what's the word? It's not selective. You can do both at a time, which is great. So yeah, Byron, one of my favorite brawlers. I absolutely love him. He's super strong. And yeah, that's about all I can really say about him. I think the later 2 games, I don't know if it's this one or the next 2 that are going to show in the video, it kind of shows off his skills in terms of, like, we are still playing bots, but it shows off how useful he is. Oh, it is this game. So the Rose is constantly in the enemy spawn, but if I have her healing and she's using her super pretty constantly, the damage is reduced and she's getting healed. So you can see the utility of him being able to damage enemies, heal teammates, and he kind of can just control a game very, very well with how much utility he actually has. This is, yeah, easily one of my favorite brawlers. So just pay close attention to the gameplay in the background, and you'll kind of see how useful he really is. I definitely recommend going for him. I think he's an epic brawler, or whatever tier he is. If you don't have him yet, I definitely recommend getting him. He is super fun. It's the same thing as the Piper aim, so you do want to get kind of good at aim, but if there's a bunch of people on the map, there's 3 enemies and 2 teammates, you should be hitting something every once in a while. Anyways, that's about all I have to say about those 2 brawlers. Pretty fun. Let me know if there's anyone you really want to see next. I don't know if I definitely don't have everyone unlocked in my account, but I will do my best to accommodate anyone that wants to see a specific type of brawler. I am pretty close to getting Crow from the credits, so I think, well, obviously once that happens I'll make a video on him, but yeah, I think this season I will definitely get Crow out of that. Just some final notes. My latest Bloons video is doing incredible. I want to thank you so much for that. I did not expect Bloons to do so well on this channel, and I will definitely continue making more. I had 2 comments requesting maps to be done, and I'm excited to make more videos on that. I don't know if there's much crossover in audience, but either way, I don't want to be stuck doing only Brawl Stars or only whatever game. I'd like to do a little more variety, because that's what I enjoy doing. So thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for new videos, and I will see you in the next one.